Okay, so I just went to Crappy Tire, picked up some of this stuff. Cost me, if I can ever see that, $4.49 a can. There, now you can see just how dirty it truly is. All the way down into there, so you can see why I want to clean it. And I'll see if it's going to start back up after giving it a bath. I'm guessing it probably won't. Mind you, those aren't that bad. They look cracked, but it's just the paint coming off. No corrosion inside, that's good. I got brand new spare wire, so I'll have to put that back on with my hand, so I'll probably put new wires in. So, NGK race wire, I got about 20 feet of that stuff and a couple spare caps. So, you see all the wiring mess in there. So, anyway, give it a bath and see what happens. There, now you can see just how bad that leak is with the spark plugs being loose, and you can see why I want to clean it. And yes, I warmed it up for about 3-4 minutes. And almost this can's down. Yeah, I sprayed the whole thing. I got another can. And I'm almost out. Don't need no fires happening. Okay, it's getting way better, but I actually had to stop because there's a bee nest right there where I was standing. So you can see one right there in front of the camera flying around. I'm not sure if that's showing up on the camera, but right down there, they're all coming from underneath there. I got a close up on these guys. See? Ah! Stay off my hand. There's literally 20 bees in front of me. So, yeah, time to blast them, get rid of them. Yeah, I think I pissed them off with the pressure washing because they all got wet. I don't know how old this stuff is, but it has to work. It has no power left in it, that kind of sucks. Uh-oh. They're kind of swarming me. Yeah, it kind of sucks that it's foam, but there's no power behind it. It actually kind of looks like the stuff I was washing a freaking quad with, or a tractor with. And yeah, there's other people working it. Ooh, I just had a bee right on my chin. I don't need that though. Oh, that's the end of that can. That can was full almost. Oh, a little bit more. Oh, that stuff does not taste good. You fly away there. They're in the wood pile. Damn it. Well, have to wait 10 minutes and see what happens. Okay, so I looked at a few of these other engines. This one here has a stuck valve, so that's not too big of a deal. This one here, someone painted it up, but the crank bearings are shot. That's up and down play. And I looked at a few other ones. The Iron Horse I took a quick peek at, washed those two. And haven't really been doing too much lately. I got to go out to bring in one of my quads from the country because the guy wants to look at buying it, the 400EX. Yeah, I'm selling it. And box of random carbs, of course, which you've seen in my other videos. So other than that, I'm just waiting right now for the bees to settle. It's been about 5 minutes now, so I'm going to have a quick beer break. And after that, I'll probably finish. Running low on that. Damn it. I'm going to have to make a pit stop. So anyway, kind of thought I'd show a little bit of an update on those engines. Haven't really had a chance to do too much with them, especially going on my trip on Monday. So today's Saturday. So, of course, Monday, I don't know if Monday or Tuesday I'll be leaving for my trip. So, and of course, you know, got to just keep on watching my videos to see where I go, because I'm actually making probably about 5 pit stops on the way. So anyway, just kind of thought I'd make a little bit of update on those engines. Okay, been about 10 minutes and they're still swarming like a son of a bitch in there, so I'm not sure if they're showing up on the video here. So, yeah, they kind of are. I kind of see them. I only see 2 now, but there's actually about 10 of them underneath there. And, yeah, they're getting pretty angry at me. So I'm going to grab some, something that can dry them out. So something a little bit more powerful than that foaming stuff. Something that has, like, silica sand in it or something along that lines that might dry them out. So, because this stuff's not working worth a shit in my opinion. Whatever. This might work. So, my neighbor moved out across the street, across the back lane, up there trying to fix the roof in time, because he's going on a vacation trip too. Yeah, this stuff here at least fogs them. Maybe it'll dry them up a bit better. I don't see any of them anymore. Okay, I can stop the video here for now. Okay, after half a can of that shit, they're still buzzing around here. And my beer doesn't taste very good anymore. Kind of tastes a little bit like this shit, or chemicals. But I did see one buzzing around the tire here. I guess he fell. Oh, this one just went by my ass. Yeah, see, there's still one buzzing around down there. Probably never made it into the video. See? God damn it, this thing. What the hell are they coming from? Look at them all, man. Holy shit. Well, bees are still there, but who cares? Not going to show up on the video. There's still like 4 or 5 of them buzzing around. I just gave it another quick rinse, and I'm going to turn it around to wash the other side instead of standing in their nest. So, who thinks it's going to start? I don't think it will. Well, let's find out. It might backfire like a son of a bitch. You see the gas just pouring through it. Let's give it a little bit more throttle. Kind of figured it wouldn't have spark after that. I'll have to let it sit for a long time. Or I could just, you know, find the points, which I think, if I remember right, the points are right under here. Been a long time. Clean it up. I got that ignition off. Okay. Oh yeah, they're just soaked. That's a better wait a while. Look at the silicone that someone put in there. I'll wait a while, try to dry it up. Oh yeah, she is just soaked. It needs new boots too. Blame that one on the beer. So, let it dry for a while and then I'll move it and do the other side. I don't want to kill the battery by continue trying it. So, and kind of figured it'd be soaked. There's no ignition sealant left on it, of course. Oh crap, looks like the pressure washer blasted off the crankcase breather, so I guess I'm not going to actually try starting it right now, because there's probably water in the oil. So, oil's dirty looking, but it's full. Doesn't look I take that back. There's a little bit of milkiness at the bottom there. Not enough that I'd worry about, but yeah, I'm going to drop the oil. I actually planned on draining oil before I did any of this. Just, you know, I could still scrub all that off, and you can see it's coming off and make the paint look shiny and nice and clean if I really wanted to. But for now, I just wanted to get off the oil to find out where it's all coming from. So, anyway, probably end up giving it half an hour, see if the points dry out. If not, I'll pull off the cover and manually dry them. Sweet. Huh, I actually thought this machine would actually be pretty damn heavy, but no, it's actually super light. It's able to push it onto its side with one hand and put a jack stand under it. So, I don't know if that showed up in the video, but yeah, that was what you thought it was. Check all those jack shaft. I'm going to probably get a new belt. I'll look over the transmission, do an engine oil flush or gear oil flush on it. So far everything looks to be in actually very nice shape. So no hidden surprises yet. Hey, look at that. Now that's on an angle. Oh, I take it back. No, it only has a little bit of fuel still in it. It's not at this line here. It's at the very, very bottom. That one there's holding. So 2 fuel filters might be a little too much for that fuel pump to suck. Hard to say. So the top one there is just an empty bracket, I believe, or an empty line on it. It's plugged off. Top one there, that's just in case you had dual tanks, I guess you could drill it out. Hard to say. So this natural model number tag off this machine. So anyway, I better start pressure washing. Look at the tank now that it dried out. Like, that oil is keeping it shiny. I'll have to spray it down with some tire shine. Smells like bug spray big time here. I don't think I'll be leaking any oil on this kind of angle. Hard to say. Hey, look at that. I guess that's where they had it serviced at one time. Or maybe just a tire put on. Who knows? Ooh, a big Hornet just went by. Big Hornet. Don't like that. Yep. Yeah. Everything's nice and clean in here now. Kind of got even down in there the best I could. So now there should be 0 chance of this thing lighting on fire. So of course that crankcase breather is still disconnected. So got it up on the jack stand just to kind of clean underneath it too. And that's pretty much where I'm going to leave this for now. I just wanted to get all that grease off it. Less chance of a grease fire. Probably going to take probably an hour of sitting before it starts, maybe 2 hours, if the points don't get rusted. It's only 1 screw, I think, right? Yeah, 1 or 2 screws. Okay, so it's been about an hour of sitting, and it still didn't start. So I'm not going to add that into the video, but yeah, points are wet. That wire there is kind of almost rubbed. Oh, no, it's not really. It's just a thin layer on it, but that should be changed because it's actually being crunched in between the condenser. So everything so far looks to be in good shape. You can see on top of the condenser it's not a very good seal with the wire coming out of it, so there's probably quite a bit of water in there. So I should actually silicone that. So very simple for adjusting and everything. So let that sit for a few more minutes and then I'll give it a try. So I got to get that condenser dry. So oh yeah, lots of water coming out of there. So should have seen when I took off this. That's just air conditioner. Don't flip out. You should have seen the water in here. So this cap already been off for 5 minutes and it's still soaked. Spark plug boots are soaked. So technically I should leave those off and oh yeah, they're soaked. I should leave those off so they dry a bit quicker, hey? Spark plug wires are in pretty poor shape. This one here you can still see, if I can focus, still has some wires left in it, but this side here, there's not much left in there. It's actually pretty hollow up to about there, which means this side would have had pretty weak spark. So also those fit on the plugs pretty loose, so I'm going to change them, but for now I'm just going to cut just a 1/4 inch off here, move up the bracket here, or the locking washer here. I'm going to slide that back up, reinstall it. I'm just going to let it dry out because it was freaking soaked in there. So, which of course I cleaned it, so of course it's going to be, you know, soaked. I can take off this, you know, zip tie that someone left on there doing nothing. So I might change that wire going back to the points, but it's actually not in that bad a shape right now, so might do that some other time. So it's actually on there pretty good. Take that off with 2 hands. see that filter is actually filling up now. There you go. Leave that off for a while, let that dry. So it's just a simple 2-wire coil, very simple style. Has the needles in there, so you can use any kind of wire in there. So makes it pretty nice, pretty simple to use. I still gotta take out those spark plugs and take a look at them. So yeah, that fuel filter is pretty empty, but this one here now actually is filling up. So that's kind of because it's on an angle. Ooh, not sure if that's showing up very well in the video. All the stuff that's moving in there when I shake it. Ugh, that's pretty dirty. So that tank has to come off, in my opinion. So, and I'm going to get rid of 2 of those fuel filters. No need for 2 of them. I'll just replace it with 1 good fuel filter. So I'm just trying to wait for the grass to dry a bit here. That's still soaked. I'm going to go inside, eat lunch, and come back in a couple hours. Just leave it here. It's not going to go anywhere. Sweet. Okay, took out the spark plugs. They definitely need to be gapped. This one here is pretty big, that one there is pretty small. Very small in this one, as you can see. So that could explain why one cylinder was puffing a little bit more than the other one. But both of these spark plugs were only snug, like they were nowhere near as tight as they should have been. So, seeing I got the plugs on, I might as well give her a compression test. So take out my compression tester and see what happens. Okay, let's see what she has on number, I don't know if that's considered number 1 or that's number 1, but let's see. Got my throttle opened all the way, choke off. And that's pretty much where it stopped, so I'll stop right there. That's not too bad, that's pretty decent. Okay, time to hook up the next one. 1.5 automatic. I gotta check what they should be, but to me, both being equal like that, that's probably perfectly in spec. So by looking at this machine, I don't think it had too many hours on it. No one ever bypassed the governor or anything like that. So, okay, give these a little bit of a clean up here because they're pretty grimy. And I'll gap the plugs, clean the plugs, and throw them back in. Or maybe I'll go pick up new ones for the 20 bucks or 10 bucks it might cost me. Of course, by the looks of it, it was running extremely rich. But of course, I don't know how long he was running 2-stroke gas in it, so I can't even go by the plug. I just gotta figure out what the gap is meant to be. If it's 28, 30, 32, 34, I have no idea on this engine. So I guess I might as well try to find it online. You know, do it somewhat right. And of course, always use NECs on your spark plug threads and some kind of dielectric grease or corrosion grease on your spark plug boot side and inside your coil caps. It helps quite a bit. Okay, so I got spark plugs in. They went in fine. This one here is a little bit of a tricky one to get started, but it ended up going in pretty much by hand, so I know the threads are good. So, and of course, I tightened them down to the proper amount, so the threads are all good on it, so that's a very, very good bonus. So, now time to put some dielectric grease in my wires and trim off the ends of them and put them back together. And of course, I filled it right full of dielectric before I put this in. I always like to use a little bit more than not enough, so keep it a little bit better waterproof for next time. Okay, back on. I know I gotta route the wires a little bit better. So, and yeah, I'm gonna change these wires because they're a pretty loose fit in there. So anyway, see what happens. Just put that there, choke I'll leave off. Got water hanging around in there still. Get some more throttle. And she's probably flooded. Turn off the key for a second here. Make sure I got a bit less gas. Okay, I'll have to take her off the jack stands. So sitting on this angle might not be the best thing for starting. So could be that, or it could be something else. Who knows? Fair bit of water came out of the exhaust when I put her down. That's not a good thing, of course. Might need 2 hands to do this. Yeah, I'm going to need to boost it, I think. Better check my air filter. Might be wet. Even though it looks like she's flooding itself. It is wet in here. Damn it, look at that. Well, probably just sucked in a little bit extra water for her. Just what she needs, hey? Ooh, I think I should actually clean that. That is pretty bad. A little shot of that. Yeah, I'll have to grab the booster battery. Fun, fun, fun. Okay, let's just see if she needed more speed. Oh, heard firing, firing, firing. Trying to start. She's trying to start. I'm gonna turn up the throttle. I got it right down where. Turn the throttle up a bit more. I probably need to choke it, mind you. One cylinder. The cylinder's not firing. Turn off that ignition. That's pretty. Oh, this all loose here. Got to tighten those up a bit better. She is spitting gas out of there, so it's just flooding the crap out of itself right now. Which I kind of figured it was going to do, because that is a lot of water in there too. Probably all came out of here. The fan, when I started turning it, blew it all into there. Because when it fires, it's only firing on that cylinder too. So should double check that spark plug, make sure it's not bad, because one of them had no gap almost whatsoever, so someone could have just gapped it real low, just, you know. I'll just keep that off. And absolutely no spark on the front cylinder. Okay, time to try the back one. Back one I know is firing. No spark on this one either, so the spark plug must be toast. I didn't drop it or anything, so that's kind of weird. So I'll go grab myself another spark plug. So I did a little playing around with the spark plug. The only way it makes spark is if the gap is really tiny, like probably a 0.5 or 0.8. So that's the only way it makes spark. So of course properly gapped, there's no spark. The only one I have that's close to fitting is that model number. So, and it's pretty much exactly the same. So I'm going to just use that one temporary. And of course I'll pick up a proper set later on. Let's see if I'm going to have better luck now. Let's throttle down. Oh, she fired. There we go. That's both cylinders. Yep. And yep. A little bit floodage there. Oh, choke. There we go. That sounds normal now. Still cold, of course. Should let that battery charge, and I probably got to charge this one now. She doesn't like the low battery. See if there's an amp meter. No idea if that's working proper. Man, I got a lot of wind power coming out of there. Let it warm up for quite a while. Charge up that battery. Oh, a little bit of stumble there. I'll wait till the water evaporates, then I'll try moving it. And I just had a beeline on my freaking hand. Oh, it's running on one cylinder, I think, again. Oh no, it's running on two. A little bit of a good backfire there. So it stayed running, I moved it. It's still not sucking up fuel proper, so I know for sure I gotta get rid of one of those fuel filters, but at least it's clean now. I'm gonna let it run just to charge the battery, and then I'll worry about it after. Starting to warm up a bit. That's probably not a good idea to be touching anything. I don't think the switch is on, but still. Okay, so I drained the gas out of it. Gas tank right there. Got the fuel line off. The reason why I drained the gas tank is he had two fuel filters, but I know he used to have a primer ball looking at his old YouTube channels. Or channel, but you can see here all the dirt that's in this, which actually isn't that bad. But the thing is, the second filter that's in line has a lot of dirt in it too. So this filter either has a hole in it, or they're both just used filters. Now, if you look here, you can see how much water was in that gas. So just kind of look back here. Yeah, and you can also see how much dirt was in that gas. So that's why I normally empty everything I get. So don't know how well that's going to show up on the video, but you can see what I mean. Anyway, I'm going to adjust the parking brake. I'm pretty sure it's adjustable on this. I am also going to buy a new fuel line, because if you look here, you can see it's dry rotted very bad. It's all cracked up. So if that's not leaking there already, this was on the engine side, it's going to start leaking. And actually on the tank side right there, it was leaking. So not leaking very much, but leaking enough that you can see all the stuff stuck everywhere from it leaking. You can see here, you know, just the fact that it was like that. It's just seeping slowly from there, so it's just that the hose is old and dry rotted, so the hose needs to be changed. But it doesn't actually look like that old of a hose, so 2006. So sure, that's what that number is. If I remember right, they put the DOT number or whatever you want to call it on there, so guessing that means 2006. So it's due to be changed. This hose here has no rating on it. So anyway, just kind of thought I'd throw that in the video. I am going to wash out the tank, let it dry. I'm going to adjust the seat a little bit better. I'm going to probably take this off for now. Mind you, then I'm going to drop the bolt underneath it, so maybe I won't do that just yet. Oh, someone's coming home. Hear the big garage door opening. Anyway, oh, that kind of sucks. The label's all bubbling here because of rust. So, again, I don't really care too much about that. Amp meter is working. It just, of course, you got to rev it right out for it to get up to there from middle. So it is working. So anyway, I'm going to give this a good wash. Let it soak for a while with some degreaser on it. Almost blew up the pressure washer. It's starting to feel pretty gutless and kind of whine and make a little bit of noise. But again, I don't care. I could care less about that machine. So anyway, that's the end of this for today. Sweet. And I thought I might as well post that, yes, I did get parts for the Pioneer chainsaw. But of course I won't be doing anything with this until I get back from my trip. So I just thought I'd kind of throw this into the video.